Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I have a question for you. Do you find yourself running a little bit low on patience these days? Do you find yourself snapping at your kids a lot? Maybe you're picking fights with your partner over silly things. Maybe you're avoiding, going to engage with your colleagues or your coworkers because you just don't want to deal with any more of their insert word here. Actually, that one might be legitimate. I'm here today. I want to talk a little bit about patience and what are the underlying reasons for low patience or missing patience or just running out of patience. Now, before I dive into that, the one thing I want to explain to you is that just because you find that you are snapping at people or your patience is thin or you're having fights with people does not make you a bad person. We tend to internalize this. We tend to say, oh, if only I could be more patient, or if I could have more patience, or if I could do this better or that better. You are not a bad person because you're snapping at people and you're picking fights with people or whatever it looks like for you. So I just want to put that out there first. But what is the real reason why you are struggling with your patience? There's a bunch of different ones, but the biggest one is that you're probably exhausted. Okay? Now, let's think of a 3-year-old. If you have a 3-year-old, this is going to be easy. If you don't have a 3-year-old, maybe you used to have a 3-year-old, or maybe you know someone who has a 3-year-old. What happens when a 3-year-old doesn't get enough sleep? They throw a ton of tantrums, right? It doesn't matter if you're 3 or you're 43. When you're exhausted, emotional regulation is really, really hard to manage. The difference between a 3-year-old and a 43-year-old or whatever age is that older person has a nice social filter that they can put on. So when they go out into public and interact with people, I'm going to say, know how they're supposed to act and how they're supposed to react. But here's the thing. The same goes for a 3-year-old or a 43-year-old. Who, as a whatever age you are right now, who are you most likely to lose your patience with? You're most likely to lose your patience with the people that you feel safest with. Your kids, your partner, your family, your close friends. Those are the people that you kind of can let that social filter go a little bit. And those are the people that you end up losing your patience with quite a lot. So let's talk about exhaustion and patience and how to get started on sorting all of this out. The first thing I'm going to tell you is that I want you to take a look at your sleep. Now, when I say, okay, you're low on patience, you're probably exhausted, take a look at your sleep, you might be nodding along and being like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm so tired. I can't sleep. I haven't slept in ages. I'm exhausted. Or you might be thinking, no, I think I sleep fine. What I really want you to assess, though, is how is your energy levels. It's not uncommon for people to go to bed and sleep for what they perceive to be the whole night, but not actually get really good quality sleep. So the things that I want you to think about are, how is your energy when you wake up in the morning? Do you feel rested? How many times are you disrupted at sleeping at night, either with a partner, with kids, just by like waking up on your own? Do you rely on coffee to get you through the day? How is your energy in the mid to late afternoon? How is your energy going to bed? Are you likely to fall asleep on the couch? How is your patience and your mood? Are things relatively even keel, or do you find yourself kind of going up and down? If you're answering yes to any of these things, like yes, I need the coffee, and yes, my mood is all over the place, I assure you that sleep is really something that you should start to focus on. And if looking for more patience, and instead of parenting without patience, you want to move into parenting with joy and fun and excitement, then this is where you need to start. So today I want to just quickly talk about 3 tips that I'm going to recommend that are going to help improve your sleep, increase your patience, and help you have more fun parenting and with all of your other relationships in life. So step number 1 is incorporating a mindfulness activity every day. I know you're going to say, Elizabeth, I don't have time for that. Where am I supposed to find the time? And I hear you, time is precious and it's at a minimum. But here's the thing, investing even 5 minutes of a breathing exercise, a mindful breathing exercise, can go a really long way. This does not need to be a 60-minute or hour or a 90-minute meditation session. 5 minutes consistently every day is extremely powerful. So what does that 5 minutes look like? It literally might be setting a timer on your phone and listening to your breath for 5 minutes. It might be doing some deep belly breathing, so putting your hands on your belly and letting your belly move up and down. It might be an app. Apps are wonderful for people who aren't really into this pattern yet or into this habit yet. An app can help keep you a bit consistent. So an app like Insight Timer or Headspace or Calm. There's a lot of different meditation apps out there, and you can find one that works for you. But setting aside 5, I'm even going to stretch it maybe to 10 minutes. It can be before you go to bed at night, first thing when you wake up in the morning, before you get out of bed. It can be at your desk in the middle of the day. It can be 2 5-minute sessions. Finding time and find a time where you can consistently keep up with it. Because if you can put it in every day, that is going to have an incredible payoff in the long term for sleep. So this is going to help you sleep, stress, and then of course, patience and mood. Now, one of the things I get told all the time is, well, it doesn't work for me. I can't turn my brain off. And I'm here to tell you that practicing mindfulness is not about turning your brain off. I guarantee you that nobody, even the people who meditate like hours and hours a day, their brains don't turn off, because that's not what our brains are designed to do. Our brains are designed to think and be going and be active. What happens in meditation and mindfulness is that you train your brain to come back to your breath. So yep, it's going to go away and you're going to bring it back. So even if you find this is a really difficult challenge for you, I encourage you to 5 minutes every day and keep with it consistently. Tip number 2 is actually movement every day. So moving your body either in a formal exercise capacity, like a 30-minute high intensity interval training workout, or a 20-minute Tabata workout, or a 60-minute class at the gym, or going cycling or swimming, or in more of an informal capacity, like maybe you go for a walk or you catch up with your friends and walk, or maybe you're playing with your kids, maybe you're going to a yoga class, or maybe you're stretching in front of the TV. Yes, we need formal exercise. Yes, we need strength training and cardio training, and those are all important. So I do encourage you to fit those into your week where you can. But when we talk about movement every day, I literally just mean movement every day. If you can find 20 minutes just to move your body every single day, what that's going to do is it's going to help lower stress levels. It's one of the most impactful ways to lower stress. Stress is one of the biggest problems for sleep. High stress levels, even if you think you're sleeping well, high stress levels can be really interfering with your sleep big time. So movement is going to help with stress, and it's also going to help you actually physically move your body, is going to make you feel tired in the evenings when it's time for bed. And tip number 3 is eating well. Now, this is a huge topic. I have a ton of resources on this. I'll throw a couple links in the video description below. But hangry. Have you ever heard of that word? Hangry, hungry plus angry. Mood instability, kind of up and down moods, can really correlate with blood sugar dips. So when we eat food, I'm going to pick on a donut, for example. If we have a donut for breakfast, a donut has a lot of carbs and sugar that's going to cause your blood sugar to spike really quick, and then it's going to come crashing down. And when we spend the day kind of in that up and down blood sugar pattern, it can be really hard to A, get out of that, but also B, to adjust our mood accordingly. When we focus on eating well, and by that, I mean, what that looks like is very different for everybody. Like I said, I'll put some extra resources in here to kind of dive into that a little bit more. But what I want you to focus on is whole foods, lots of veggies, lots of colors, stuff that you're going to make yourself, and foods that make you feel good, foods that make you feel energized, foods that don't give you that crash in a couple hours, foods that make you feel good. So those are my 3 recommendations, because eating well also is going to help you. Not only is it going to help keep your mood stable, it also helps you sleep well. All of these things are activities that you should incorporate into your day, but all of these activities are going to have incredible impacts on your sleep at night. So where to start with sleep beyond these 3? So I really want you to take these 3 tips and try and kind of see where you can incorporate them into your day. But I have an extra really helpful resource for you. I have a virtual workshop that you can access at any time. It's specifically on sleep and exhausted women in particular. Why women have trouble sleeping, where to start to fix things, why the quick fixes don't work. It's a really excellent resource. It's free, on demand. You can access it at any time. I'm going to put the link in the video description here as well. I hope this was helpful. I hope you can take some of these tips to improve your sleep, improve your energy, improve your mood, and help you parent and have relationships with patience and joy and calmness. Please let me know if you have any questions or concerns, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.